Hello, everybody. So I woke up this morning. My sinuses were kind of in my throat. My throat's still so sore, but I'm about to have a warm coffee. A hot coffee, actually. Somewhere between hot and warm. Um, that option should be there too. Like I have to click into each one to then get to it. I guess so. So yeah, I didn't do one this morning. Had a bit of time. Sort of felt like doing one, so here I am. I'm just currently um, get into that maybe in a little bit. But man, I really like that chocolate bar. It's actually kind of got a bit of a funky flavor to it. Um, that and it's not that sweet. It's quite hard. I think I just shouldn't have used that one tooth, but maybe not. Oh, unless there's something I'm not feeling with them. So, okay, making sure the chat is on. And one thing I do want to do is come to this via here. Because put this down for a moment. Music, covers, chat, and yummy food inspo. Even though it'd be more like inspi, because that's how you spell the word. Or in spa. In spa, I actually do kind of like that. In the spa, but then that would not be accurate because I'm not. Although I did do some math. But, okay, so, um, yeah, I kind of just want to put this. It's a little dusty, that's the only thing. That worked? Probably not. Not really, nope. But, okay. And this is at 85. I mean, I haven't had it unplugged for that long. I haven't really done anything on it yet, but okay. Yeah, I'm not meaning to complain about things, but things are just a little bit of. Um, where can I put this to do what I want to do? I don't. Speaking of things like forward, I don't think this tripod thingy, if you can call it that, I think it's missing a thing. Yeah, it is. So it's not going to work very well. Might be able to. No. I wanted to do this on the laptop, even though it's a little bit more big and kind of, to move around. But okay, it's just gonna have to go here. That's pretty clean. Okay, so, and then this I'm just gonna put out here. I think the comments are working just fine, so there's nothing really that I need to keep that open for. I don't know what else I'm gonna watch. So, well, try and balance things out. It'll be good. So yes, I'm just gonna wait for people to tune in. So anybody that sees this after it's posted is welcome to skip ahead to find all the good and juicy content. But I'm mostly gonna wait to the viewers because that's where the conversation. That's where I'm basing the. It's a conversation essentially. But I might say a few things. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be odd. I'm just quirky. What can I say? Nickel oil out ago, that's for sure. Right? And no filter, only in the coffee maker. I like my Silly doggy. Silly doggy. Silly doggy. Usually you let me. I know you what? She will bring you shortly. I promise her. Somebody was asking for a fridge tour or something the other day for some reason. At some point. But not right now, I don't think. Anyway, I think you can kind of see it, so there you have it. So there you have it then, laddie and lassie. But yeah, no. So, I was just having a silly moment. So, yes, I had a bit of difficulty getting this started up, but here we are, and I'm just heating up coffee, and I'm going to have a lovely dessert. I know it's sugar with sugar, but you know, we do our best when one is a picky eater, and you just eat as balanced as you can, have as much activity as you can, as well as rest. Maybe it's one of those things that's really hard to kind of avoid having it, or getting it. It really is. So, and we walked past the bakery the other day, and initially I was just going to get croissants for breakfast, but they had a whole bunch of holiday items, one of which was not that great, but I think what I'm going to try, because I've had that before, and I'll have that for breakfast. I do find them a little bit sweet, and they could tend to have a little less sugar on them and a little bit more almonds or something. But in that one I'm going to have, I'm saving half of it for him, so it's not going to be much left, but I'm curious to try it with green. And this looks a little funny on the inside, but I'm just going to have a piece of it right now. Oh, I'm making a dent. This is a lovely and grand thing, of which I will tell you about in a moment. The creme brulee cheesecake pastry thing. You're supposed to have cake, but the other thing was as well, and I really didn't notice it. So. I'm glad I got this working. That's all I can say. I really could say more, but what bad? Nobody's here to hear it yet. And I don't know what it is, so. Yeah, we're only 9 minutes in. And I did, but. Oh, cool, look at that. There was no delay or anything. Somebody came and tuned in right away and gave a like. Now for a comment, that would be lovely. Glad to have you here. I almost overheated this. Oh, hello, Leanne. How are you? I kind of did, actually. You just missed what I'm having with my coffee. I won't say it again because I don't want to make you jealous or anything. That's a topic. Jealousy and forgiveness. I don't know if it's a topic I want to talk about right now, and I have talked about them on some past videos, but it's a thing we all struggle with. Yeah, I'm okay. I didn't nap. I hadn't tried to have a nap, but we usually don't nap more than an hour. My sinuses weren't bothering me too much, but I was thinking about a couple things this coming week, and I was thinking about the day a little bit today, and I was thinking about the holidays a little bit and the stress that I have around those. and I may have gotten 15-20 minutes. Then we were having issue with our hot water, but not yesterday, but today it seemed mostly better. You drinked it, did you? I have it in the morning, because I'm normal, but I also have it in the early evening. And where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oops, there it is. But yeah, and I'm a bit worried about my health still, but I'm doing my best. I forgot I made it, man. I guess that's the other day. Oh, really? Well, our cold winters, a hot beverage is definitely lovely. And I used to drink those from, like, we have a place called Tim Hortons here in Canada, and never really been much out in the Starbucks. If I had a gift card or whatever, it was a funny gift I bought somebody once from there. But a lot of people say they're overpriced and confusing to order from, and I agree. But I'm curious about this, though. Almost like a teeth. Very chewy. No, there was a lingering kind of head cold just for a little while there, but no, not anymore. Why? Do I seem to be? Just in the good way. I think they spell it S-Y-C-K. I think I'm going to put a bit of yogurt on top of that. I don't eat a lot of yogurt. I should. I think bacteria, but it's good stuff, right? And we got lots of it right now. We got, woo! He left a cookie in here. G did. I tried to, and it's gotten soft sitting in there, and I tried to pull it out, and it kind of broke a little bit, so I'll just leave it in there for the next time he comes here. Just asking, my dad's really sick. This is the first time he's actually eaten. What have you guys eaten? Like just a cold or a flu? Hopefully, starting to feel better. Don't suppose you asked about you-know-who, did you? What he had to say about her? Them? She transitioned to a woman, so I guess her is correct. Actually, that's the only way I ever knew her. But, when you call someone trans, it's hard not to think of. But that's the difference between non-binary, is I don't have the surgery, right? Anyway. Okay, so I need to sugar my coffee. Sugar my timbers, just kidding. And tonight's dinner is going to be quite lovely, actually. I haven't had spaghetti in a while, but I bought something and didn't quite realize that there was chickpeas in it. I'm not a big chickpea fan. Hummus, so-so, but so it's this coconut curry and turmeric mix. Although I also could mash it, but I think I'll throw a little bit in with my spaghetti sauce. Have some green beans, lots of cheese. Tomorrow I'm going to have that ham, mustard, and cheese croissant. And for some reason I'm thinking gravy could go well on it. Then again, I've also been thinking I might get really adventurous and try gravy on pizza sometime. As a dip. Because some of the, non-restaurant pizza is usually very dry. Oh, okay. Short and sweet. Well, about five something, and yeah, I realized that's how I read it. It was a mild typo. I got it. But okay. So are you at home right now in your room or something? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Because today's Saturday, right? But yeah. So but I don't need to prepare that just yet. So I'm going to sit down with this in a moment. There's something I do want to do before I do that, though. So we got a thing in our mailbox that did not specify our ad, which, we're not going to tell anyone. It didn't really specify much. And we called, and we had to try a few times today to be able to reach somebody. Is there more than one barcode? It's like, yeah, there's 3 numbers by a barcode, and they're all the same. And she looked twice, and, tis the season, but it would be a bit of a surprise. And nobody, they said we weren't expecting anything. a little bit embarrassed to say that. And yeah, she said, it doesn't say that there's anything here for you either. So have a great day. We had church. Yeah. Well, Jay finally reached his brother, who's back in the hospital, and people. I will say this: more people, especially in the services, even if they. I think you said you want to be a cop someday, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but just in case I do, this is not. I guess I got rid of the other part. This is not the part I thought I was holding on to, but it is the sticky part, so I guess so. Anywho, and basically, he had some sort of fall. The first responders were cops. He said they crossed his arms and got him up in a weird way, and the one was a bit aggressive towards him, so he got in his face, and then he ended up. He's in the mental hospital, not in a rehab. He'd love to be local for Christmas too, but he's got a lot of difficulties. But he was recently on an oxygen machine. It sounds like he's not anymore, and for a little while we didn't have a way of reaching him. I haven't met him, but I've heard him on the phone a few times, and he's a character, quirky for sure, even more so than me and G. But always speaks very nicely of me. So they did those 2 phone calls, and we've just been staying inside warm because it's very, very cold out. We've had a couple meals together, nothing fancy. But anyway, so I thought that I'd give this, I thought that I'd stick this sticker. I don't want to make the dog get up, but if I go over there, I probably will. Yeah, you always got to have compassion and empathy, and no matter who you are, realizing that if you're confrontational towards somebody or loud towards them, people are usually tempted to do that back, in self-defense, out of, anxiety, whatever it is, So it's just best to try not to be that way, right? Okay, I'm going to have a bit of this thingamajig. So anyway, we got this, and I don't know if it goes with the yogurt, but it's very plain and boring otherwise. Doesn't have the consistency of a cheesecake all that much. It's more of a quiche. And I know that they do serve quiche there, but this was with the pastries. It's a day old, but because we got other stuff too. And that's very sweet. But certainly the same kind of dough. I mean, maybe it is kind of a cheesecake. It's just not cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake that much, but it sounded interesting. So anyway, just going to put a light on in here. I may have told you at one point in time, not that long ago. Well, you've only been following me for a little while anyway, but I appreciate it very much. Chapstick if one is curious, chapstick if you're not. And I know you don't mind, but just if anybody else that sees this anyway. So we got this. I got some clothing from a donation thing, giveaway thing recently from a place where I think of my friend that passed away. And I thought about it. I think I've done the math. I've probably been at this place. There's 2 different locations, and in total I've probably been 15 times in a year. Not a lot, but as far as him, it's only once a month. Anywho, so came home. I knew that one bag was floating around. That other one was kind of sitting there. Nothing was really in it. I'm pretty sure to put the Christmas tree lights on because I worry somebody might say, "Oh, you're right in the corner. Let's deal with what they might have under the tree," which isn't much, and it would just be annoying. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, there was these 2 bags, and I jammed some of these clothes in there because we don't have a lot that we're going to be opening for Christmas. Yeah, there's been many of them. I think we've mentioned that before, right? Yeah, it'll be a year at the end of January. Anyway, we've got a cup with some cocoa. We've got some cookies. We've got some chocolates. That's a old pair of sweatpants that's been laying on the top of our AC for a while with the tree there, and then these 2 bags here, and I'm thinking of sticking this on it, and that's our parcel, because everything else just could be a card or dropped off, by the loved one. I think that's as much as I want to see my mother and my step. I know he'd like to see her more, and the brother actually said, "Are you going to see?" Yeah, I said this. I did say it earlier. I said, they don't. The other brother doesn't really talk to any of them all that much. So I said, as soon as he hears that the brother's trying to reach him, he'll know which one. And the same with the sister, because there is only one now. But yeah, so basically, the only thing, well, I'm going to stick this on so that I can get it off easily, maybe. So there's the bag, the gift bag. Yeah, but anyway, so you said it is this. I think that'd be nice. Go to a restaurant, it's easy for her. As long as it's not crazy. And it does give more variety food-wise. That's one of the things, being picky, right? But also, there's some other reasons. And I think you were watching the other day when I was going on about it, so I don't need to again. If anything sticks out, any suggestions you might have, I welcome them. And I'm going to go sit down in the living room in a moment. G will be going to walk the dog and then wanting to play some piano while I'm cooking dinner. So I might keep it rolling for that. So you get to meet the other person in the home. We go by our initials here on YouTube. Pretty much. Yeah. Same to you. Although of your new, that one I don't get. I mean, I wore pretty much every day, which is why I wanted to make sure I got one in today. So, you know, you're pretty good, you get notified of them, and you're pretty good at being here, so I'm sure you will be. I might not roll Wednesday. I might have stuff to talk about, but Wednesday we're hoping to have a gig. We're going to a very interesting ceremony and meal thing, and then G's got a doctor's appointment. And then if I'm buzzing, I can buzz along the way home with my thoughts and this and that. Get home, hopefully feel physically and with my throat and this and that well enough. Have a nap. And then it's good to call it a day. That's all I signed up for on that day. Yeah, I kind of knew what you did mean though. But like I say, I'm sure that it will happen. Just try a little, and it'll happen. Try a little tenderness. Just kidding. But hey, I actually quoted that song to somebody the other day because they were commenting, somebody who was commenting on them. And I said that, but I can't remember if I stayed subscribed to her. I feel like there was something, I don't remember. But she was very welcoming, you know, on her thingy, on her video. She was in dolls, but okay. We all are sometimes, right? Anywho, so I am going to, and hopefully this won't make my throat, this will hopefully help my throat more than make it scratchy. Not that much. I've only seen two. And I see two of you here, and I know which one, I know one of you. Feel free, the other one, to join in the conversation. We're just getting started here. If there's a song either of you would like to hear. I'm not feeling largely musical, but I could do a song or two. That reminds me. Okay, let me bring this over there. I think I finished off oh no, I have one more bite of it, so I might as well just leave it up here, because one less thing to carry out. But I got an idea. It doesn't have to be a song you would instantly think, choir. But I got an idea for how to do covers, even though I do play music. So if there is a song, Christmas or otherwise, you'd like to hear, you can see what I can do. I'm so glad this is working on this device, because it's set up and was rolling normally, but I thought my camera was on. My device said it was on, and my and the light of the device was on, and I had selected the webcam, so it was very strange. So I thought, oh, well, I'll try this on the phone, and here we are. So, y'all lucked out. Okay. Yeah, he'll be down very shortly. Possibly even now. Not just a typo. Sometimes I do too. Just kidding. Okay, I'm going to plug this in. You briefly lose me, but I'll be back. Actually, I'm also going to run upstairs for under 5 minutes. Probably just a couple minutes. Have to take care of something. And then maybe we'll talk about this. There was something else over here that I thought I might mention, but I don't know what it was at the moment. Oh, I did want to check this quickly though. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it came a little late this year for our usual, but we finally do. Um, and I don't want to show things too specifically, and I don't know which way is less that. Um, but I mean, snow is snow. It's like having a little bit over the holidays is nice, and otherwise, you know. I'll just give you a quick little peek. So. Sorry. I'm not sure how much we have. I haven't went out with the measuring stick or the measuring tape.
A few inches.
Yeah, something like that. And it's weird. The weather's going in the, into the minuses quite a bit, and then like -9, +2. I think we've got coming up. There's a couple of places in Canada that are getting that. Well, more than a couple probably, but some that don't usually. And Wisconsin seems like they're getting a lot. But yeah, there's lots of places that are. To the second person, feel free to like and join in. No need to be shy. I'm okay with just a little bit. It gets to be a pain, and G's in pretty good physical shape. Has a couple of injuries right now, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of having shots. Otherwise, it's a great opportunity to get work, but my back and my knees and stuff say otherwise. Yeah, I think it's -27, -25, 27 Celsius here right now. So, but I'm inside, so I won't die. I'll try again tomorrow. But I am going to plug this in, and run upstairs for a couple of moments. I'll be right back. It's getting very close to when G will play some piano, and like I say, I'm happy to do a song too. So you might lose me for a moment, but I don't hear anything. It just said reconnecting. Okay. I haven't went yet though. Just so you know. Oh yes, I did say -25 Celsius. Yes, I did. Did you catch that the first time? Oh, let me add the wind chill. -30. So enjoy it, Chris. Walk. Sure will. Sure will. What about that? Yeah, there seems to be. I'll see it when it's there, and I can speak about it if I need to. Okay, now it's saying neither of you are here, so Maybe you're coming back in a few minutes as well, though, hopefully. Or maybe you haven't left and it's just indicating that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see this bus. Yeah, he'll be back soon. Just went for a dog walk. And this is not a sign of anything, although it's very surprising. He got this the other day and said he thought it looked like just a bunch of colors. He didn't realize it was rainbow. I was like, what do you think a rainbow is? And he's very, very smart, I promise. He really is. In science and chemistry and lots of other random things. That was the other thing, though. He also didn't know that you had to book appointments at the front desk of the doctor's office. Thought you could do it with the doctor directly, who he was talking to, but has to go and look at the results of X-rays soon. But yeah, there was something else he said to it, I thought, too. And he didn't think anybody else would want to buy it or steal it. It's like, anybody who's rainbow might, or who likes a bunch of colors. Should you try the Rainbow Church out of curiosity? We had one, but there was some personal things aside from that. It lasted for a little while. It was nice. Though Leanne, I remember from there, we helped out at a retreat in the kitchen. And there was a Leanne that was kind of the coordinator of that. But I don't think she otherwise went there. So I'm getting this charged up because it's actually only at 41% at 441. And almost at the 41 mark of this video. If I hadn't had the technical difficulties starting off, it may have been. And I am just shy of that number. My age, that is. But would you have guessed? Right before Christmas. Fun. Yeah, I thought maybe I should look at doing that too, but I've had a couple this year, maybe 3. Part of me doesn't care that much, and I really think I've used up my coverage. I thought that they had told me, or that I didn't have enough likely on my coverage when I called that office, but when I went in and got the work, and my mother was there, okay. My mother was there. They said, "You're good." You know, we said, "What's the balance?" I said, "Oh, you're fine." I said, "Okay." But every now and then they'll send something afterwards. But, you know, it's nice when they don't, right? We all appreciate when things aren't as expensive as we think they're going to be. Have to be? Why? I mean, I love that number. But do I gotta be? Really? I think some people might guess I'm in my 20s still. And they'd be right as well. What was that phrase I heard the other day? People have funny ways of saying stuff about age sometimes, and somebody said something kind of funny. It was similar to forget to remember, remember, forget. Anyway, I'm 3 past that. But yeah, so anyway. Well, there's the lucky 7 in it, so. I'm almost at the 37 duration marker. Amazing, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, this thing drops fast. When I started off in the kitchen, I was at 85%. Oh, wisdom teeth, maybe. Okay. Sorry, it's just this lid is long and hard to get off. It's unlike the other ones. Especially with one hand. So. But, I had to take them all out all at once. As well. Some people, like, at the end of, like, near the end of high school, if not just yeah, I think I was still in high school. But anyway, and I heard the way that some people went on about what that's like. I mean, it wasn't a walk in the, it wasn't a sunshine and rainbows or whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't sunshine and rainbows. But it wasn't that bad, really. But, so if you have to get your wisdom teeth out, does that mean that You're less smart. Oh, lucky number. I did not realize that. I'll try and be a good influence then, and a good impact. The internet didn't even exist. Actually, like I don't remember everybody having cell phones in high school. Maybe in grade 12. Um, you know, there was definitely computers. Like I mean, I'm not just talking students. Like I don't remember my parents having them, unless I'm just remembering very vaguely and inaccurately. I do kind of remember though that I must have had one in grade 12 because I moved right after graduation, and I remember when I moved where I moved, I thought, oh, am I going to have to change? I'm going to have to change my number to a local number. But do I have to change my provider? You what? Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, this thing was at 85% out there, and it dropped that much in that short amount of time. Um, I think yeah, he would have been using the other cell phone though. Oh my gosh. But you know what? It makes sense, like for anybody who thinks it's crazy or whatever, like parents want to keep tabs on their kids, and I don't blame them for it really. That back then, they want to, know where they're at, what they're doing, who they're with, be able to be reached if needed, and there are smart games, and there is lots of good stuff on YouTube, like us, for instance. Um, but I'm just thinking if I had had that, I may have been in more contact with my dad. Because when he was working or at school or whatever, I mean, we didn't know he was going to pass away. But knowing that now, I would have been in more contact with him if I'd had that way, and he would have too, probably. But yeah, what can you do, eh? Um, Anywho, um, yeah. So I wish this thing was a bit more charged, especially since it drops fast. But the thing is, I'm not hugely hungry, but I am very eager to try what I want to make tonight, and I'm hoping I'll be hungrier by then. It's only almost 5, so um, and it's good to kind of have a bit of that routine, like yeah, I can wait till 7 or 8, like we often do during the week, but I think I'd get too hungry in between those times. So um, if I can't eat it all, I might not force myself. That's the thing. But yeah, and I don't like to be up past midnight.
Hey there. I have a pair of gloves on the radiator.
I haven't touched any of your gloves.
Okay. Hmm.
They must have fallen or something.
Yeah.
Sounds like he wants to shovel snow, so we have a bit more time to charge this. I didn't think it had snowed at all today, but supposed to on Wednesday when we go out, but just sporadically and will likely be buzzing. I would have liked it if we could have biked, but my bike's not winterized, and there's no spot to really put it in there unless it was in a separate room. I don't really want to, and we might have, music stuff with us, and then yeah, she's both at work and then just finishing, and I just really don't want to do it. So I've not got every single one of them. Wow, and I thought I was bad. I mean, they're pretty durable, especially these days. But as far as and I usually find them pretty easily. Like these days, I mean, so much. I mean, I usually somewhere around the house, and I do have my other devices and this that. Like I say, I don't go a ton these days, so I don't. And when I do, I'm often with somebody who has a phone. But you might have set a Guinness record there. You should look into that, to be honest, because that's a lot of phones for someone to own in a certain amount of time. It's like a new phone every year. And it's not that you're just upgrading. I mean, a phone's a phone. They all have pretty basic features. You don't really need anything hugely fancy. But if you've broken them to the point where you can't use them anymore, then I guess, yeah. Wow, your parents are very good to keep replacing them for you. All my cousins and siblings have put. Oh, who's got the highest number? Go reach Guinness. Um, that's wild. But okay, I'm not judging or anything. Flip phones are especially durable, but flip phones. And rip my cousins. They either passed away or are in contact. Hello to the second person. Welcome. Feel free to join in. Oh, there's a second like. That's a good sign. I appreciate it. Um, whether I'm familiar with you or not, I appreciate you being here and giving a like. And oh, hello. Why you gonna why you in a hurry or something? 'Tis season, I suppose. Hi, Jonathan. Happy to have you here. I was kind of thinking of you just a couple days ago, actually, and thinking how I hadn't heard from you in ages. I can't remember why I was thinking of you, other than that I did hear about Mary Carpenter. Oh, because I heard of a certain substance. I know that might sound really funny to anybody else, but we're 41 minutes in, so, and I think you know what I mean. There's nothing to be sorry for. I'm a little bit sorry I haven't been in better contact, but I mean, it's not what you're thinking. Obviously, it's not what you were thinking it was, but the communication was not always in sync, very well. What's this about in sync? Backstreet Boys and all those other ones? Just kidding. But how have you been? How have you been? And I'm hoping you're going to have a lovely holiday season. You maybe have some things you're looking forward to. Like I say, it can be stressful as well. I'm thinking in this coming week, um, at some point, I'm probably going to come on here and talk about that. Also, again, we're 41 minutes in. There's that 41. But to any either of you or anyone else who sees this, just a reminder that probably over the holiday season, I will be like possibly Christmas Day. We'll see. Um, because if we do anything, it might not be on Christmas Day. Although, yeah, we'll see. I'm most likely going to come and live stream. Uh, I'm glad that that's scratched in way too much because it was a little bit. Because, well, of course, yeah. Um, because I know that there are people that are going through, grief where they just, lose. Not that we really have. Well, it has been super long, but losing a loved one close to Christmas, it both makes you want to be near your loved ones more, but also, for some of us, we also want to have more just space to ourselves, or just, we're feeling very emotional, and we fear being judged about that. We fear triggering it in other people who might actually be able to find a bit of happiness, and distraction. I don't know. I don't know, thoughts on that, but yeah. So yeah, it's probably gonna see the sister. But yeah, so but anyway, I know that there are people that either don't celebrate, either don't have local loved ones to be with, or may not figure something out in that way, or very many living still. So I kind of fit into some of those. So I'm happy to be here to celebrate for others, and I mean I've already kind of started because I've done some Christmas music in that, but so if there's a song you'd like to hear, and yeah, rather than I mean I don't want to tell your story. That I mean mostly I don't feel like that's for me to do. But do you have anybody that you're planning to celebrate with, Jonathan? I know that you're going to be at least with your dad, Leanne. God willing. Um, really, eh? But are you going to be driving to see any of them or traveling to see any of them? Because, like, I mean, we don't drive and, we have the dog. We don't have the finances to travel. I mean, when I say that a lot of them are in heaven, and, some of them for many, many years now passed away in other provinces or, I mean, we don't have huge families anyway. And some are living, but not local, like I say. Um, and they're not ones that are really great at staying in touch either. Like my aunt and her daughter. I mean, they send a card every Christmas and for birthdays. Although I didn't get one for my birthday from her daughter, who's in her 30s or 40s, I think now, which was really unusual. She makes them usually, and I said that to my mother, and she says, I said, does she usually send them? I said, yeah, she makes them every year. Oh, like, wake up. This is a rainbow. Denise makes cards, you know. I'm balancing this on my pinky and it's sore. But no, um, yeah, so basically, yeah, you know, so I know that others can relate to it, is basically what I'm saying. So I'll be around. So, oh, but yeah, so, I mean, you know, if we were to go anywhere, I'd be tempted to go to France to see my brother. But, again, not likely. I've just got to put the phone down for a moment. I don't even know whereabouts he's staying. He's very hard to reach. He's not very much into, you know, using devices, actually. So we email occasionally, and that's about really all. He used to call a bit more, but I think there's sometimes he doesn't even have a cell phone. Speaking of having cell phones. Yeah, and my grandparents, my grandpa passed away the most recently. My grandmother years before that, and the other ones many years before that. I don't even know if I was born yet. It is nice when you have a church radio, though. But people do stupid things and they don't own up to it or apologize, you know, or they try and shrug it off and move on. And sometimes you need to have a conversation when something happens and get to a good place with somebody. And yeah, I guess that works either way. I suppose it does. But I think that when somebody has done something, you know, said something wrong or whatever, and then, you know, they notice that, you know, they're not hearing from you or seeing you very much, I think they should realize, I should check and see if everything's okay. You know, I should see if maybe I mean, maybe this is a self-critical, self-aware person's way of thinking, you know, did I say something? Is there something I said or did? You know, I mean, with the church people, though, I think, like, they probably just thought, well, you know, maybe they moved away, or we'll pray that they come back someday, that God will bring them back through these doors. But, I mean, the pastor tried to insist that I vote. The other guy was not thankful I was going to share some of a hamper with him. The other one, I didn't like what she said about not feeding her daughters if they didn't like what she made. Well, then, I guess you're just not eating tonight. And she sounded very serious when she said it. They turned out all right, and they're not very picky, apparently, but she didn't really understand picky eaters. I think I tried to tell her it was also connected to, you know, the autism, as they say, but I think she was like, oh, okay, but I don't know, it just was, yeah. It was nice for a while, though. But anyway, so, but yeah, you know, I would love to see France. I would love to see France. You know, he's probably going to be, he might be traveling. I can't remember where he goes for his wife. Now they're married. His wife's family. Um, um, this will probably be their, whoops, what did I do? Okay, I'm showing you the table. I think this will be their first Christmas together. I still remember, well, maybe not, though, because although I don't know if they were married then, I still remember a couple years ago, I got some stuff from my mother, and one of them was a framed photo, and my brother was in it, and I didn't know who the girl was. I still had not met her, to be honest, because their wedding wasn't local. They were having it very small and intimate. 5 minutes, dinner or something. Anyway, and it says, I would have done that, but I guess it'd be another one to bring up. Yeah, it's nice to see you. Don't rush off, Jonathan. It sounds like Leanne will have to shortly. But yeah, basically, I said, who's this woman that looks like she's not not that kind of magazine, but like pasted in from a magazine to the photo. Because that's his girlfriend. I was like, oh, okay. And he actually said something that kind of annoyed me also last time I spoke to him. He said, you know, when she talks to her family, he gives them space. When he talks to his, the little that there is. Although he does have some through his... Now what you doing? Why are you in and out so much? Sorry. Uh, well, feel free to come back. We may or may not still be rolling. But yeah, basically, I think you've left. 'Cause now it says one, and I'm thinking it's Jonathan. But yeah, yeah, he's got his kind of step family and that too. But it's like, so does that mean we're never gonna meet her, or what? Like, that's just weird. Often she's doing yoga, or she's not around. Um, and it's ironic because recently, okay, sounds good. And if not, you can check out some of the other videos. I'm always happy to hear from you. But yeah, recently, somewhat recently, I actually met somebody with the exact same name as her, and it's not exactly a common combination of names. Um, and I also found out that I might be related to someone who I've known for a few years, not really been in much contact with. He worked at an agency that I was involved at for a while, um, and I think his daughter, or possibly niece or granddaughter, married into the name. So we have the same last name, and yeah. Anyway, it's somewhat unique, that spelling. So anyway, Jonathan, you're still here, I hope. Yes, it's really nice to see you here. I can't remember. Again, I literally did think of you a couple days ago. I can't remember exactly why. Oh, right, it did say. I don't know why you feel that you've been rude. Maybe you haven't been thorough or accepted my help as much as I would have liked in a couple of my messages, but I guess you weren't able to at that time or ready to. But I don't know why you think you'd ever think you're being rude. Because I would have avoided it, then I don't mind that. So, I mean, I'm not really sure. But thank you for apologizing. I mean, that's a good trait to have when you either know or feel like you've done wrong, as I was mentioning earlier. But folks, then it's good to own up to it and try and do better and try and fix it as you can. So, but I don't know. I know G went. He was shoveling and then he went and brought out the recycling. Although it's very cold, but I don't know if it's much better tomorrow. Monday and Tuesday are. Oh, I don't have a package picker, so I guess just have the one there. What's up out there? What you doing? Oh, then they thought you went out again after that. Oh yeah. I guess on YouTube maybe. I mean, I don't have much of a filter, and I'm very pretty free on YouTube. But no, I know that sometimes I gotta work on that, and it's usually the evening person too. So, but I mean, with devices and just everything these days, I mean, you can't shield them. We just gotta, anything that they hear that they ask about, it's a learning moment. I know I'm not a bad person, and yeah, I mean, you have your addiction. How has that been for you lately? Um, but yeah, so in a moment here, we're at 75%. Finally, that's not bad. And you're the only one here right now. Hopefully, the ad comes back, and we'll see who else tunes in. But may not be anybody. We'll see. We're all rolling. Okay. Well, hopefully, it's at least a little bit better and continuing to improve. And hopefully, you're going to enjoy that. If you have a favorite Christmas song or anything else you might like to hear, music-wise, feel free to ask for it. And I'm going to give this to G, who's going to be on the keyboard or piano shortly. And then after a few minutes, I'm thinking I'm going to try and see if I can maybe find something for us. Because I have been talking pretty constantly because of you both. No, might not want to watch one of the ones that he's missed me doing. When they do well, it makes it a bit easier to watch the ones that were quieter. Well, maybe you will get to someday. But again, financially and having a dog, and like I said, not a lot of family in that. And anxiety, honest, about leaving him with somebody else, or even having somebody help us, when we're injured and it's really cold or whatever, walk him. Some people said, you got to be careful doing that. And then 5 other people reacted liking that. And it kind of made it feel more like, yeah, I guess we do. And there was a couple people that offered, but I didn't know anything. But, it's basically, we wouldn't want to be away from him too long. And yeah, I guess you could say you could travel with him, but, he gets very hyper, and and there might be an expense to doing that, and then also too, um, um, if we lost him not in the place that we live, not near home, we'd be, you know, it wouldn't be great. So, I mean, it wouldn't be anyway. And it was running over the road almost day by car, like when he was like 3.5 months old, and then almost got stuck under a deck right around when we got him too. But anyway, so yeah, but if you can ever travel to Western Canada, you know how to reach me, and we can arrange that kind of offline. But I don't imagine it's going to be anytime soon. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would like you to kind of have a bit of a grasp on a better handle on some things first, maybe. But yeah, so I don't believe you've ever seen G yet in the GNC. I don't think you ever have. So come take a quick look. Yeah, again, if there's any song requests, feel free. Do that. That's a pretty. Whoops. Okay, it went. And then after that, what you up to? Okay, don't worry about it. I don't need the coffee maker anytime soon. And you just came in from outside, so you're just being noisy. But we'll have to feed him shortly anyway. See, I want to watch that, but I kind of want to wait till Wednesday and have that all go good. And I don't know if I should mention that. Yeah, this is the guy that does that art. Like I say, we're having issues with the hot wire heater, but it seems to be okay now. But, I mean, it's semi-interesting stuff to learn about. There's other guys over it, so I might want to check that out. You're going to go to the keyboard, or?
Well, first I was going to.
Right, okay. He does a little of that too, and things. But yeah, like I could watch this, but then there's not much. Well, I guess what else does it show? Oh, really? Interesting to hear where someone else almost good music. I mean, it looks like he's busking, and only 5-minute video, but if it was that nobody was paying attention, yeah, I've had that feeling too. But and then that's ironic, man. Which, remember, initials on here. But the Turtles parry themselves, 1968. Nobody notices. What? What? So yeah, I don't think he's gonna watch it because she says like and subscribe so much. She's gonna this one deal that we watch. So it might be me. So I'm gonna rest from my voice for a little bit so that I'm not really gonna be. I would have actually told you not to if you're not playing there, and I'm gonna be in the kitchen. But oh well,
What?
not to do that
Not to.
because
To light an incense?
I'll try and find a place to put it in the kitchen. Thank you.
Well,
I'm actually a smidgen stuffed up anyway, but it's okay. Here, anointed you.
I didn't even get a chance to smell it.
I'm giving you a chance.
Okay.
A lot of these I don't find them that strong, but this one is somewhat. So yeah, I'm gonna put this over there, and then get doing things out here. So, song request, Jonathan. And what's P8D? Is that something YouTube gave you, or does that mean something? Okay, I mentioned that so I can put it away now. Thank you for your patience. It'll be worth it. Looks like you're probably going to get Christmas or classical. $1 million? Not yet, eh? No, I know what you're answering. Christmas or classical is what it's going to be most likely. If you have another request, you can try, but you might not get it. So, he'll be right here. And, yeah. And, yeah, I'll fill the area with. And, he's holding a cup while shaking and coughing at the same time. It's an incense stick if you read that way. Not a cigarette. Nice and chilly out there. Ooh, my ears just did something funny. Okay. Figured might as well let you do a little bit of music on here since it's been a while. It's nice and early. Ear feels clogged. Okay, he's waiting. Hopefully the hour will be back too. I don't know exactly where to put this, to be honest. Awkward. Maybe here?
Where it was should have been fine.
Alright?
Where it was should have been fine.
Well, I wasn't going to notice it then.
You can smell it all over the floor.
There's so much stuff in there, I can't put it over here. Huh?
You can smell it over the whole floor.
It actually is a pretty strong one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that because it's easier. And it makes
Oh, there's somebody here.
Sorry, Russell. Remember, careful what information you give out, and yeah, focus on having some good musical fun, and it'll be good. Where's this stand? Where? For now.
My runners.
Your who?
My runners.
I have no idea. I would have to choose either. Okay, the keyboard is on. We're getting closer. Good to see you both. And there's two of you here, so good to see you both as well. Feel free to come into the comments, second person. He always has to play in shoes for some reason, and for some reason he wasn't finding them. But he found them.
Now I find that the pedals are hard on my poor tender tootsies.
What's
At least with the piano. With the keyboard,
I don't want that. That sounds like all I want for Christmas, but I don't think you even know that.
Christmas. Or I could go over to the real piano.
That one with a funny title?
No, I don't know it.
Okay.
The thing about me is I'm pretty terrible at sight reading. I learned.
Not.
Oh yes, I am.
Uh,
I learn pieces very quickly, but I'm still.
you're great.
I think I'd rather be on the real piano. Yes.
Why? You don't like this suddenly? Well, if you're not playing with the effects, I guess. It sounds nice, but...
The real piano.
And you have to lift the lid, and nothing falls off it, amazingly. As if it doesn't sound big enough with the lid.
I can hear it more clearly with the lid up.
You?
I can hear it more clearly with the lid up. So that means I can actually play it more quietly and still be able to hear it.
about that. And you know where? Okay, but not here. And I do agree with you on that. So turn on easy. Just kidding, maybe. I'm gonna take that one away. 52%. Like that Minute Maid Rice. I was wondering if you know that song they have up there. Yeah, I was wondering if you knew that.
The Gift. No, I don't.
Well, give it a try, see what you think.
The Gift. I've never played it before. I don't think I've heard it. And I'm generally lousy at sight reading.
You recognize it, eh?
No.
No? That part I especially recognize.
was on another page. I thought it was coming to an end, but it went on another page. And there's nobody watching anymore. So
Okay, we'll be ready in a few minutes here. Oh wow, that's a lot. 50? Yeah, notice that. Let's turn this down, I thought I had. I'm gonna wrap up. I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm not super hungry, but I'm very curious to try this out. Yeah, I'm good. So, I think we'll wrap up. Or will we? Sure, there's not very much of that. That one, seriously? And that's why we don't see you at Christmas anymore. It costs us a gig at moose, but reindeer doesn't seem like it would be that do that much. Okay, there was somebody very briefly there. So this is gonna be interesting. It's like I want to have it like I normally would, but I'm also getting fancy. So I've got a bit of the turmeric curry coconut stuff here. You got a little bit of Italian oil in the bottom. I want to have the cheese on it and the tomato sauce. A little bit of green beans. And then we got fancy, and because it kind of goes with the other stuff anyway. Got some meat going on. And did I say cheese? Oh, it's got to be. Oh, we have. See, I kind of want to use regular cheese, and we got to use it up. But I also have Parmesan cheese with this, so probably got one or two more songs, and then it'll be ready. Cheesy green beans. That's nice to eat, actually. That sounds quite lovely, actually, now that I think about it. Sometimes I put mustard with the pasta sauce, but I don't think I'm gonna. But I don't know, spaghetti is perfect. They claim it's real cheese, I don't really believe it, but I don't know. I don't want to have another flavor either. I feel like putting on. And I understand vegan, but I can't be one with my outfit. And I do like my favorite coffee and cheese. Don't plan on changing that. Yeah, that was good. That was worth it. Before you start the next piece, I might have a question to ask of you. Just a moment. Never mind, got it. It's really hard to open even meat crackers. Can you gravy? That could be interesting. Everything in gravy these days. Let's give it a try. I'll give them a few of these now. But just a few. All of them kind of have those marks on them. I don't know why. So let's go underneath. Yeah. Even that don't look too shabby. I don't know why I've kept that, to be honest. Let me get rid of it. That one again. Even if I give them some of this, there'll still be some left. Has to be in a big clump. I don't want to give them that much. Just kidding. This is still a pretty good amount, I think. And I have some left. Not enough for both of us tomorrow, but he can have pizza. I don't know if I like the pizza. I thought I did. Hope I actually notice this stuff. I don't know how to have it more noticeable. Good to hear him saying this because like I said, I don't want him on the food tonight. Get some pretty high notes for food. Yeah, that sauce really didn't seem to. It is, but I think it's a homemade sauce. Like it can still taste good. You get it in the pan and there's other stuff to it, right? That's sweet things that this is in. I don't know why. It was kind of a little bit things are stuck underneath the pot standing out there. Excuse me, what? I don't think I put any of that sauce on mine actually, did I? No, I don't think I did. On his and I put it on the leftovers. Yeah, there's stuff on mine. I don't know about that horseradish stuff. I think so. This guy gives me think it had a little bit. Does he? Hopefully it shows it more and more. I'm trying to be greedy. Trying to get rid of the attitude. It's a good person. Someone who's been shy. Still here living. Must be a reason. He's not a great book to tell us, so I think that's what he's going to get. I think we have some. Oh, is that what that is? No, that's Classico. That's Garden Select. That might be what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, but that is Kentucky. Yeah, because this one's going to be for me. Should have gotten some out of the last shopping with a bit of money. I might